When our car breaks down, we find the problem and fix it. Worst case scenario, we can get a new one. But with our bodies, we can't just replace the oil or change the brake pads. We're stuck with what we've got. So we need to take care of ourselves well before we break down. If we find out that our blood pressure or cholesterol is high, we need to control them as soon as we can. The first step for both high blood pressure and cholesterol is to look at your lifestyle. Regardless of whether you end up needing tablets or not, lifestyle changes are fundamental. You can't just pop a tablet and hope for the best. Luckily, the things we know we really ought to do, like cutting back on smoking, drinking, and our weight, all help tackle our cholesterol and our blood pressure. When it comes to what we eat, we need to try and reduce the amount of bad fats and sugars in our food. Swapping out unhealthy stuff bit by bit is something that we can all do to improve our health. But sometimes lifestyle changes alone aren't enough, and we need to think about medication. If you have high blood pressure over a certain level, your healthcare team will likely recommend that you start on blood pressure tablets. Most people are started on only one, but it's common to eventually need a combination of two or more to really get things under control. Your clinician will choose which ones are the best for you, depending on you, your background, and any other medical conditions that you may have. While there are a few different types, they all work on two main targets in our body, and some even tackle both at once. Target 1, blood vessels. Some tablets work to relax them and make them wider, which reduces the pressure inside them. Target number 2 are kidneys. They're in charge of managing how much salt and water we keep in our body. Tablets can reduce the amount of salt and water travelling in our vessels, so the pressure inside is lower. Unfortunately, all medicines can have side effects, but it's extremely rare not to be able to find a combination that suits you. Now, when we look at high cholesterol, the mainstay of medical treatment is a group of drugs called statins. To put it simply, statins work by reducing the amount of cholesterol made by our livers. We may need to reduce it, but remember, we can't live without it. When our liver produces less cholesterol, the body looks for other places it can get it. Cholesterol that's lining your arteries is collected and brought back to the liver to be used, which means the amount clogging up our arteries decreases. Clinicians like me are encouraged to use a special risk calculator to work out who would benefit from starting on statins. We input all the factors that might affect your health and calculate the risk of you having a heart attack or a stroke within the next 10 years. If you're at high enough risk, the NHS recommends you start on statins. They're not the perfect drugs, but their side effects are often overplayed in the media. But like the blood pressure drugs, if you don't get on with one, you can try another. And there are now new classes of cholesterol-lowering drugs available. Getting your head around living and eating differently, thinking about taking tablets, is not always easy. But remember, the grand ambition is to reduce the risk of any of us having heart attacks and strokes. And it's the work we put in now that will increase the chances of a longer, healthier life in the future.